Hello everyone, this is Joe W. Today, I'm re-reviewing Now Outside Cool Music 7 and Now Outside Cool Music 8. Both albums which came out in 1986 on vinyl. Now 7 CD re-release came out in 2020, and Now 8 CD re-release came out in 2021. The Now 7 artwork looks kind of bland to me. It's just like the logo in front of a white bag. Not much in my opinion. Now 8 artwork looks okay though. I like the fact the logo is like screwed onto some metal, which was quite cool, but not one of the best artworks. Let's get to the track lists. Now 7 has 33 top chart hits on the original vinyl, including the bonus track, but this CD release only has 30 tracks, which I'll get to later. Disc 1 kicks off with Sledgehammer by Peter Gabriel, a great start to the CD. It also has a cool music video. Single Own Song by UB40, a brilliant reggae tune, one of my favourites. Really like the chorus in this one. Let's Go All The Way by Sly Fox, really like this tune, one of my favourites as well, really underrated. Lessons in Love, Level 42, a really good tune from Level 42. Opportunities, Let's Make What's the Money by Pet Shop Boys, really good early tune from Pet Shop Boys. Sinful by Pete Wiley, I found this song alright. Camouflage by Stan Ridgway, I quite like this one. Paranormia by The Art of Noise with Max Headroom, really eerie, and I didn't like this song at all, honestly. The Lady in Red by Christopher, really bland in my opinion, didn't like it at all. Then we did have Absolute Beginners by David Bowie, which unfortunately didn't get licensed, and I found this song kind of average. Invisible Touch by Genesis, an excellent rock classic from Genesis and one of my favourites. All the Things She Said by Simple Minds, a really good rock tune from Simple Minds. Happy Hour by House Martins, really great feel-good tune. Look Away, Big Country, a great rock tune from Big Country. Brilliant Mind by Furniture, kind of meh. Call of the Wild by Midjaw, I like this one more over the years, pretty good. Disc 2 kicks off with The Edge of Heaven by Wham, my favourite Now 7, an excellent pop classic, really like the hook in this one. My Favourite Waste of Time by Owen Paul, another of my favourites on this one, a brilliant pop tune. Too Good to Be Forgotten by Amazulu, I found this classic alright. Spirits in the Sky, Doctor and the Medics, a great rock version of his song. Venus, Bananarama, a really good pop version of this Shocking Blue classic. New Beginning, Mamba Sailor by Bucks Fizz, I found this pop tune okay. Hunting High and Low, remix by Aha, I like this one as well. Holding Back the Years by Simply Red, an okay ballad from Simply Red. A Kind of Magic by Queen, a really iconic classic from Queen, one of my favourites. Of course, this was the bonus track. When the Going Gets Tough, The Tough Gets Going by Billy Ocean, a really fun pop classic. I also liked Set Me Free by Jackie Graham. I Can't Wait by New Shoes, I thought this pop tune okay. Then we did have Bang Zoom Let's Go Go by Real Roxanne and Hitman Howie T, which unfortunately didn't get licensed, and I'm not really a fan of this tune honestly, although the Looney Tunes reference at the end was kind of funny. Amityville, The House on the Hill, Lovebug Starsky, I'll admit, I found this rap tune quite fun. Bit odd but fun. Headlines, Midnight Star, a brilliant underrated funky tune, one of my favourites. You and Me Tonight, Aura, pretty mediocre to me. Then we did end with On My Own by Patti LaBelle and Michael McDonald, which didn't get licensed either. I found it an okay ballad to close the album. Now 8 has 32 top chart hits, all present and correct on the CD release. Disc 1 kicks off with Notorious by Duran Duran, Suburbia by Pet Shop Boys, both great tunes to open the disc. Walk This Way, Run DMC feat Aerosmith, by Ferris and Now 8, a really iconic rap rock classic. The music video is really entertaining as well. Don't Leave Me This Way, The Commie Nods with Sarah J. Morris, my favourite version of the song, a brilliant synth pop classic. Breakout, Swing Out Sister, Higher Love, Steve Winwood, I found these two tunes okay. Forever, Live and Die, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, yeah, decent. Into Deep, Genesis, I found an okay ballad from Genesis. Word Up, Cameo, a cool classic. I'm Not Perfect, But I'm Perfect for You, Grace Jones, kind of meh. Showing Out, Get Fresh at the Weekend, Mel and Kim, a brilliant pop classic to me, one of my favourites alongside We Don't Have to Take Our Clothes Off by Jermaine Stewart, another really iconic classic. Step Right Up, Jackie Graham, just as good as Sets Me Free. What Have You Done For Me Lately by Janet Jackson, that was pop classic fine. Human by the Human League, a really good classic from the Human League. I Want to Wake Up With You by Boris Gardner, I found an okay reggae tune to close the disc. Disc 2 kicks off with Don't Give Up by Peter Gabriel and Kate Bush. Kind of bland to me, not really into this one. Think for a Minute by the House Martins. I found this song okay. Waiting for the Ghost Train by Madness, originally their last single before reuniting in 1999, and I found it a fun song for Madness. In the Army Now, Status Quo, a really good rock tune from Status Quo. Stuck With You, Huey Lewis and the News, a great feel-good tune, gets me in a good mood. One Great Thing, Big Country, my favourite Big Country song, an excellent rock tune. Greetings to the New Brunette, Billy Bragg. I found it quite okay. I Just Died in Your Arms, Cutting Crew, an excellent classic, one of my favourites without the cause in this one. You Keep Me Hanging On, Kim Wilde, a brilliant pop version of the song and one of my favourite ones as well. Calling All the Heroes, It Bites, really cool tune as well. I like the music in this one. Waterloo, Doctor and the Medics with Roy Wood. I find an okay colour, though ABBA's version will always be the best one. French Kissing in the USA, Debbie Harry. I quite like this one as well, alongside I Didn't Mean to Turn You On by Robert Palmer. Vocals could be better, but I like the music in this one. The Wizard, Part 1, Paul Hardcastle. That was the top of a Pops theme at the time. I find it quite okay actually, though the talking wasn't really needed. They Long to Be, Close to You, Gwen Guthrie. Pretty naff cover in my opinion. Carpenter's version was better. Every Loser Wins, Nick Berry. A really dull song to close the album in my opinion. Didn't like it at all. But that's the whole track list. Here's disc 1. I like the colours on the discs. Disc 2. Here's the copyright information on the left. And here's disc 1 for Now 8. Really cool colours. And disc 2. Here's the booklets for Now 7. Pictures of each artist. Information about each song are very charted. You can find the vinyl version as well. Of course, they didn't do a picture for Queen. It's a kind of magic as it was a bonus track. Here's the booklet for Now 8. Information about each song are very charted and some pictures of each artist. Now 7 is one of my favourite 80s nows. A brilliant variety of tunes I like on this one. Now 8 is really great too, though it doesn't beat Now 7, but still has some really great classics on this one as well. That's my review on Now That's Core Music 7, Now That's Core Music 8. Hope you enjoyed. What's your favourite songs of these albums? Comment down below, and I'll see you next video.